Hello, I'm J.K. Rowling. If you know my name, you probably know Harry Potter, a boy who found magic in a world that didn't always seem kind. But what you may not know is how much of that story came from my own life. I was born in 1965 in England. As a child, I found comfort in imagination. I loved creating stories, little worlds where anything was possible. Writing wasn't just something I enjoyed, it was how I understood life. But growing up doesn't always preserve those simple dreams. As I entered adulthood, life became more complicated and more painful. I lost my mother after a long illness. Her death changed me. There were things I never got to say, and that grief stayed with me. In many ways, it shaped the emotional core of the stories I would later write. Not long after, I moved abroad, searching for a new beginning. I got married, had a daughter, but the relationship didn't last. I found myself returning to the UK as a single mother. I was broke, I was struggling, and I was quietly battling depression. There were days when getting out of bed felt like the hardest thing in the world, days when the future seemed uncertain, even frightening. But even then, there was one thing I held on to: writing. The idea for Harry Potter came to me on a train journey. No pen, no paper, just an idea that refused to leave me. A boy, a school of magic, a hidden world. And from that moment, I knew I had something. I began writing whenever I could, in cafes, on scraps of paper, while my daughter slept beside me. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't easy, but it was mine. When I finally finished the manuscript, I believed in it. So I sent it to publishers, and I was rejected. Once, twice, many times. Each rejection could have been the end of the story, but I kept going. Because sometimes when everything else in your life feels uncertain, the one thing you believe in becomes your reason to continue. And then, one day, someone said yes. A small publisher took a chance on my book. I couldn't have known it then, but that single yes would change everything. Harry Potter grew into something far beyond my imagination. Millions of readers, countless languages, films, fans, and a world that people could escape into. But behind all that success was a story of failure, persistence, and hope. Because the truth is, failure didn't destroy me. It taught me. It stripped away everything that wasn't essential and showed me what truly mattered. And what mattered was the story. Even today, I don't see my journey as a straight path to success. I see it as a reminder that it's okay to struggle, that it's okay to fail, and that sometimes the lowest points in our lives are where the strongest stories begin. If you're listening to this and you're going through a difficult time, I want you to know something. You are not finished. Your story is not over, and the ideas, dreams, and passions you carry, they matter more than you think. I was once a single mother, sitting in a cafe, wondering if life would ever change. And now I stand here as proof that it can. So keep going, keep believing, and never underestimate the power of a single idea. Thank you for listening.